No, the kids aren't all right. Now, it should shock no one that things are spiraling out of control in our schools. After being fed a constant diet of racial resentment and anger spooned out by left-wing celebrities and even the Biden White House, some of our young people feel justified in taking out their rage on anyone that rubs them the wrong way. Warning, this scene at a North Carolina high school is jarring.
More time.
Oh!
What? You think that affected me any?
You want me to hit you again? You want me to hit you again?
I don't want it.
You want me to hit you again?
I don't want
You want me
it.
to hit you again? I told you not to last off your.
That student was arrested and charged as a juvenile with assault on a government official and communicating threats, all misdemeanors. Joining me now is Jack Brewer, ordained minister, founder of the Jack Brewer Foundation, former NFL player. Jack, and it's mostly young men, but not all, why are so many of them resorting to this type of cruelty, obviously disrespect to elders, and violence?
It's tough to watch. You know, I work with young men every day, and this is a direct result of a fatherless nation combined with a school system that has removed God. And it's so unfortunate to see this because I think back when I grew up as a football player, in school. I would have beat this kid up myself if he had been in a class with me and punching a woman. Don't forget, this was a female teacher and a male student. And so to think that we have a society now where we've uplifted the baby mama that raises a kid without a dad and made that seem cool and popular. And now all of a sudden we have kids that are completely lawless. And this is happening all over the country. We really have to do something. And the United States of America is the most fatherless nation on the earth at this time. And this is the direct result of that, Laura.
Well, we reached out for comment from the school district. And here was a statement. This behavior will not be tolerated. At no time is it acceptable for students to put their hands on a teacher. My focus now is on making sure that our teacher is taken care of and has the support needed to navigate through the lasting effects of this incident. More bureaucratic gobbledygook, Jack. The superintendent also said that she's recommending expulsion for the student. I should hope so, expulsion. That kid should be hit with a felony assault charge. You want kids to stop doing this? Guess what? You do this again, you're going to jail for automatic 4 years in federal prison or state prison for this. It's an outrage. Misdemeanor.
100%.
Be back in class, whacking another teacher in 2 weeks.
That's exactly what's going to happen, and it's happening over and over again in our society where we have these criminals, and that's what he is. He's a criminal. They're not being rehabilitated. The parents aren't held accountable. These parents should be held accountable. They should be forced to go take anger management classes with their child. They should have to pay fines, and these people should have to really face justice, and it's not happening. I teach in prisons and jails across the United States of America. I teach rehabilitation programs to some of the most angriest men on the planet. And if you don't get this at the root, if you don't address these things right now and continue to be so soft on crime that we're making our nation just become dangerous for all of our society.
Well, remember, during the whole summer of love, young people saw individuals celebrated for committing acts of violence, cruelty, ripping down statues, America's this and that, racist. So that was celebrated by our society and by our political leadership. Many in our political leadership. So the point is, we don't just have young men doing this to women. We have people videoing in the classroom. No one is coming to her aid, as you said, and they're capturing it for their social media feed. That is how twisted life has become.
It's sick. They've separated us between race, Laura, and this is all by design. Unfortunately, we can't overcome the sins of our past, right? But what we can do is we can move forward. They don't preach unity anymore, Laura. They're not teaching these kids to love people because of the context of their character. That has completely vanished from our school system, and that is the reason why we need God back in our schools, Laura. They don't teach the love of Christ.
Parents.
They don't. They won't say.
Well, we need parents to be parents, not their buddies, but parents, and obviously
hold parents accountable.
Yeah, a lack of spirituality and God everywhere in our society. Jack, thank you so much.